Hey guys, full time at the Emirates Stadium, Arsenal 2, Newcastle 0. I did actually record a video as I was walking away from the ground, but I've just watched it back and it's completely unintelligible. Not because I'm talking nonsense, I probably am doing a bit of that, but because of the wind. The storm is up in London. It's very blustery, very chilly indeed. I think it's a lot better here than it is other parts of the country, so look after yourselves, keep warm wherever you are. Listen, I will absolutely take that 2-0 against Newcastle. They are not very good. They are in real danger of going down. That would be very funny, given the degree of investment that we're anticipating there. But we got the job done. And 2 great goals, a clean sheet, 3 points, first Premier League game of the weekend. Tick, 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 tick. And we can kind of sit back and watch what happens elsewhere. Some of our rivals, the teams going for the same spots as us, have difficult fixtures this weekend, so it could play out quite nicely. And I think after the 4-0 at Anfield, we needed to stabilise, we needed to get back on the right track. And to be honest, this felt like a result and a performance that belonged to that kind of 10-game unbeaten run. Some similar traits, good and bad, which suggests at least a measure of consistency. Let's start with the team lineup. I was surprised, I have to admit, that Nuno Tavares continued at left back. Sambi Lokonga stayed in as well in central midfield. Not surprised that Martin Odegaard came in. He was due a game sooner or later, and this seemed like an obvious one to bring him in for. Let's start with Tavares. I mean, I thought he had an up and down first half in every sense of the word. He was up and down that wing. Some things he did really well, some things less well. Second half, I thought he was excellent. Really, really grew into the game. Seemed a bit more measured in the way he used the ball, was involved in our first goal. Listen, this is a performance that put what happened at Anfield behind him. And I think that was good management. Sambi Lokonga as well came through this. And whatever happens now with the team for Old Trafford or going forward, I think they're able to put what happened at Anfield out of their minds. I think Arteta deserves credit for the loyalty he showed the players, and they deserve credit for rewarding that loyalty. That said, the first half was not amazing. I don't love early kickoffs at all, and we've got quite a few coming up actually, especially around Christmas. It's a nightmare for me. New Year's Day, 28th. And the atmosphere is not the same. You know, Arteta was trying to get it going, lift the crowd, lift the players, lift the tempo of the place. And that didn't really happen until, I would say, kind of the last 5 minutes before half time. And the second half was a lot better. We probably still should have been ahead. Aubameyang with a glaring miss. I mean, he's got those in his locker, as we know. But on a day where he didn't contribute brilliantly all round, obviously that one's going to stand out. I never get too vexed when Aubameyang misses a big chance. He's done it his whole career. But he should still score that, if you know what I mean. Good save from Dubravka on the initial Smith Rowe header. Good save from him to deny Odegaard from a free kick. And that chance, those chances, came about from getting Saka and Smith Rowe close together on the pitch. And our first goal did too. So I think that's something that we need to look at. How can we give them flexibility, even though they're playing on opposite wings, to get near each other, to combine? Good save from Ramsdale as well in the first half. John Joe Shelby from distance. Interesting thing going on, I've noticed on social media, where fans of rival clubs are kind of making out like Ramsdale's not doing that well. I think that is just confirmation for Arsenal fans that he is doing very well indeed. Another clean sheet today. I think basically he's surpassed everybody's expectations, and a lot of fans from other clubs mocked that signing in the summer. And those supporters now have a choice. Either they admit they were wrong, or they attempt to deny the reality of how well he's playing. And we're seeing some of the former, some of the latter. Listen, when you're doing well, people take pot shots at you. The goals were things of beauty. I really loved the combination play on the first. Saka started the second half brilliantly. Had that little moment on the right where he jinked inside, had a shot, played across the 6-yard box from the left, no one got to it, and then got the goal. Really good finish as well. That's what we want from him in those areas, to be decisive, to be emphatic. Then he went off injured. Looked to me like he was holding his hip. maybe groin. Don't know. He knew straight away. I didn't think he was even going to play on at that point. He did, but sort of half-heartedly. With respect to him, I mean, he was injured. Martinelli comes on, instant impact, and what a finish. And what a ball from Tomiyasu. Different type of right-back to maybe what we're accustomed to in Hector Bellerin. But I thought he showed today a good two-footedness. I even like that left-footed shot he took on in the first half. His ability to play the ball off both feet is really encouraging. I'm not sure he's a guy who will get to the byline regularly and whip crosses in, although I think the moment he did that against Liverpool was probably the closest we came to scoring. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain made a good interception, stopped Lacazette heading that one in. No, it's Saka actually, forgive me, heading that one in. But yeah, brilliant ball for Gabriel Martinelli, and that's such a hard finish. That's out of the Robin van Persie textbook, really. Tomiyasu playing the part of Alex Song there. Lovely cushioned volley, and he was a threat on the break all day. Interesting he came on ahead of Pepe. I do think as we head towards January, his game time is going to increase because Pepe's going to go away to AFCON, and Martinelli, we're going to see more and more of him. We need to get him ready for that moment. This was a good step in that direction. And yeah, and then we were pretty comfortable. I did think there were a couple of moments where they played too easily through our midfield. I thought Martin Odegaard had an iffy game, some really good spells of work, but I thought his passing radar wasn't quite there. Maybe there's a bit of rust involved. But listen, Saka, Smith Rowe, Martinelli, those three young players really stepped up when required. Tavares was good, Lokonga was good. Ben White, I thought was very good. He's such an interesting player, Ben White, honestly. He has like these moments that are a bit scary, but his confidence and his ability on the ball. I said this when I recorded the video immediately after the game, and I've had time to think about it since. Do I mean it? And I do. I think Gabriel and Ben White can go to the very top. I really, really do. I hope that's with Arsenal. The reason I believe that is I could imagine both of them playing in, say, a Pep Guardiola team. I could imagine both of those players being bought by Man City for 80 million, you know? And I hope it doesn't happen. I hope they achieve everything they want to with Arsenal. But the reason I say that is just because I think they have all the attributes that you would look for in a top centre-half. And there's a lovely balance between them. Really promising for Arsenal to have those two, especially so early in their career. But yeah, Old Trafford on Thursday. Let's not worry about that now. The lovely thing about winning a game early on Saturday, even if I don't like the atmosphere, I think we don't tend to play well at those lunchtime games, is you get to enjoy the rest of the weekend. So I'm off to do that. You should do the same. Bye-bye.